Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to introduce to you the Nintendo No Switch. Vince, what do you mean no switch? Well, the Switch is designed to be portable, played in tabletop mode and also docked mode. But how about if you don't want portable? How about if you don't want tabletop? How about if you always play your Switch in docked mode? Could there be a possibility that in the future Nintendo might make a device that's purely docked? It would be a lot cheaper. Well, I've been thinking about this and I've come up with one. So I got this idea from the PlayStation TV. So here we have a PS Vita, and you weren't able to dock this onto your TV. So they came out with a PlayStation TV. This little device here which allowed you to plug in your Vita cards over here. And then you could play most of your Vita games, not all of them, but most of them, on the big screen. Wasn't a massive success, and maybe if Nintendo did it, it wouldn't be a success either. But in this video, I've got a working prototype. Now you can see the switch is working up here, and you might think, okay, no problem, because the switch is down there. But guess what? That switch is not connected. There is another switch connected to this TV. Can you spot it? Let's zoom in a little bit closer. Anything look a little bit different? There we go. I've done a mini Nintendo Switch with a dock, and it's the size of a cartridge game cover. Ready? Let's show it to you. Here it is. Right, so as you can see there, I've got my power button, volume buttons, I've got my dock built into this bit here, and what I've done is I've actually used a Nintendo Switch dock, so there's no fear about anything bricking down the road via any updates or anything. So that is the Nintendo Switch TV, or the Nintendo No Switch, because it doesn't switch, it's purely docked mode. Now if you're wondering if the USB port works, yes, that works as well. So if I get my Pro Controller here and a USB cable, when I plug this into here, you will see that it will start charging up. There we go, and if we go back onto the screen here, you can see that under controllers, it is now USB. If I unplug that, have a look down the bottom, you will see it's disappeared, and in a few seconds when I turn it on again, it will go back to just the normal Pro Controller there. So basically everything is working just like a normal docked Switch would do. So you can plug in a headphone jack, you can do everything up the top here. Now let's say if you want to play a game, an actual cartridge game, slightly more awkward than a normal Switch, but all you have to do is open it up. You can see what I've done here. I've just separated this side into the dock and this side into the actual Nintendo Switch. The fan's running there. It's a fully working Switch, so it's got the heat pipe. Everything is in exactly the same order. The only thing we haven't got is the Joy-Con rails. I could fit them, but this system really would be best played with the Pro Controller. But if you did want to do Joy-Cons, it's not a problem. You can just connect them wirelessly. But obviously you have to have a controller connected up to begin with, but you can sync it up via the USB cable here. So let's just plug a game in. Right, okay, so here's the game. So what we're going to do is we're just going to very gently open the corner up here, and there's a little flap here that we can just lift up like that. And if you now watch up on screen here, you will see it will jump over to this game here. So put it in the card slot there, push down, put the flap down, and close it all up again. And then we can just play it like you would do as normal. And as you can see, it's very, very small. So let's get rid of that cable there now. And now we're back to that working wirelessly again. So now why on earth would anybody do this? Because obviously you're taking away functionality, because normally the Switch can do all these things. Well, what I'm thinking about is a lot of people have mentioned that they would like a Switch that just docks and doesn't do anything else. They say they don't want the whole dock and the Switch taking up room by their TV. Well, with this one here, remember I put it in this case, but it could be done a lot differently, and if Nintendo was to design one, they could do it much smaller as well, because I've still got the full-on battery in here because I can't disconnect the battery because it doesn't dock. But with Nintendo, they could redesign it so they could just have a tiny battery, or maybe not even a battery at all, because you don't need the battery, because at home you're going to be plugging it into a power supply anyway. So you could actually get it this size here, like a kind of Roku box or a Now TV box, which would be absolutely tiny and a lot less in depth as well. So remember, these are just ideas, just prototypes. You can see I've got the vents here to allow the airflow in, and then the exhaust is out the top here. So yeah, what I was thinking is, if Nintendo were to do this, I think the price would come down a lot, because when you get your Nintendo Switch, it comes in a very big, bulky box, and obviously that costs money to transport. With this, the box could be the same size as, for example, a 3DS box or a 2DS box, and as well as that, it's really, really light, like unbelievably light. I haven't actually weighed it, which I should have done for the video. In fact, I'll tell you what, let me get my scales and let's weigh it. Right, okay, I've got my scales here. Now let's make it a fair test. Let's remove the cables. So let's just put it in sleep mode and unplug the HDMI and the power supply. So there we go, you can see now how small it is. Let's pop it on the scales. I bet it's about 200 grams. There you go, 222, what a nice figure. 222, nice and easy to remember. I should have done that before the video. So yeah, so it would be a lot less to ship. Now as well as that, you haven't got to pay for the LCD, you haven't got to pay for the digitizer, you haven't got to pay for the Joy-Con rails, for the speakers, for the casing. I think they could really do it a lot less. I'm wondering if they could get it done for around, maybe, complete guess here, but I'm thinking around the price of a Nintendo 2DS XL. So maybe about the £130 mark, and then that would open it up to a lot more people who just want to play it as a home console. So let's just plug this back in now, just to show you it live and up. So put the power in, HDMI in, but let's put it back up here where it belongs. There we go. So that is it. That is the Nintendo No Switch, or the Nintendo Switch TV. Now I know a lot of people are going to say it's absolutely pointless, but I really don't think it is, because not a lot of people have £290 UK to spend on a Nintendo Switch. And obviously the beauty of the system is that it is portable, but there's still a lot of people that play it just in docked modes. So it would be I think it would be nice if in the future Nintendo brought out a Mini, possibly a Pro, and also a Nintendo Switch TV as well. I think it would be interesting. As always, put your thoughts down in the comments down below. It doesn't matter if you disagree, that's absolutely fine. It's just opinions. If you like my design, put it down in the comments below. Remember, you can change the insert to have whatever insert you want. But I thought it was just kind of novel just to do it like this here, and just to show you it docking. So basically when you unplug it from here, you can see it no longer docks, and then when you plug it back in again, it should automatically dock just like it would do normally. That's it. Right, okay, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe for more how-to videos, trying to fix videos and making weird stuff like this. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye now.